Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. And we are back. I know there was a long hiatus. I apologize for the delay, but we are going to get back into sending you this incredible information, different things that have been happening, just to catch you guys up a little bit, as I am on the road a lot. And so I've been able to really dive into, first and foremost, biblical things, biblical topics. And secondly, get back into really dissecting the basics of life. And so with that being said, I just want to let you guys know that stay tuned, because we're going to be pumping up the mindset videos back into here. And now, if this is your first time joining, the reason why I have decided not to show my face is because I do not think that matters. What I am saying is what really matters. And so I don't want to create a distraction based off of how I look or my background with the glowing lights and all the blah, blah, blah distractions, right? I just want the information to hit your ears. I want you to really think about the things that I am telling you, okay? And so the topic that I have for you today is put more energy into hope than you do worry. Now, we are manifestation machines. That is what we do. We manifest all the time. From when you get up and think about what you have to do for the day, to the inventions that are created. And even our mood is manifested by our thoughts. Now, that is something to meditate on, okay? Because that's a little bit deep, but we're not going to talk about that. Right now, we're just going to talk about how we manifest things all the time. And so what this is it's a conversation about worrying and hoping for something. Worrying is what I like to call manifestation in reverse. Because really what worrying is it's consistently thinking that something will go wrong. Now, we manifest all the time. And it doesn't matter if you use it for a good purpose or a bad purpose. And now worrying is like trying to use a butter knife for a screw that's designed for a Phillips head screwdriver. It's like it kind of works, but it's really messed up, right? It's really messed up. And so if you're a consistent, habitual worrier, this is for you, okay? And it's not to feel bad or anything like that. We've all been there, okay? I've been there before. And so I have taken the time to analyze what this actually is doing to my life. And so that's why I want to impart this information to you, is because I realized, I'm actually creating bad situations to happen. And so the way that this happens is through repetition. Repetition is the mother of manifestation. When we constantly think about something, that is laying the foundation for what you want to actually happen. Even though you're thinking, wait, when I'm worried, that means I don't want something to happen. Yes. However, what is going on in your mind is the manifestation machine is being primed over and over and over to think, oh man, I don't want this to happen. Even though you're saying, I don't want this to happen, you are consistently thinking about the thing that you don't want to happen. And so if we're believers in, thoughts become things, and I think, therefore I am, then you have to understand that Even though you're saying, oh, I don't want this to happen. Oh, I don't want that to happen. Oh, I don't want that to happen. Oh, I don't want that to happen. Your brain is saying, all right, we got to get this ready to happen because this is all we're hearing. This is all we're talking about. This is all what's going on right now. We need to see this in fruition, solidified form as soon as possible. Now, imagine if you put the energy into, oh, I wish this is going to happen. I wish this is what happened. I hope this would happen. I hope this would happen. Think about that. Okay? Really, really think about that because it's the same mechanics. Think of yourself not emotionally, because a lot of people get this confused. Don't think of yourself emotionally as a robot, but think of your nervous system, your brain, the processor as a programmable computer system. And all it does is perform functions that it repetitiously hears or listens to or writes down or looks at. That is the power I'm talking about that you possess, that God literally gave you. You're a super powerful human being that was created by God in his image, which means you have a capacity of creation. And so what we need to do is dive deeper into ourselves, and that will help you to understand where you stand in the grand scheme of his entire universe. You are the most powerful thing on the planet, the human being, the human brain. So what I want you to consider is shifting your perspective. When you don't want something to happen, I'm going to give you steps. When you don't want something to happen, I want you to think about what is the positive equivalent. Prime that thought like you would prime the worrying thought. And you are going to have a battle. Consciously, you will be aware that you want to change it. But your subconscious, when you hardwire that program in there, it works faster than the speed of light. You can barely ever notice it. So you're going to have an uphill. You're going to basically be ice skating uphill. But you can do it. You can actually do it. You just have to put in work. And you have to be that serious of writing it down, repeating it a few times a day, looking at it somewhere after you've written it down, maybe choosing a screen background on your phone as a reminder. You need to be hitting your subconscious with everything you got, like you are a 10-year-old trying to seriously fight Mike Tyson. And I'm dead serious. You're going to have to bring out cousins, uncles, brothers, everything you got, everything. And so all of those different things, cousins, uncles, brothers, are the writing down the what you really want, are the watching what you really want, are the listening to what you really want, are the repeating to yourself what you really want. So if you want a system, I'm going to give you a system. I'm going to end you with this. As soon as you wake up, the thought sometimes of your program system is too lightning fast. So to try and combat that thought right away is a little difficult. So I encourage you to write right away. Write it down as soon as you wake up. That's an easier task on your mind to try and remember to think. You know you got to write something down. you can easily just write it down so you can actually beat your brain before it starts going into that negative realm. So you can put a reminder in as soon as you wake up to write this, and then you can look at it and read it. And then after you look at it and read it, I want you to repeat it to yourself. And you can do this 1 time, 10 times, 5 times, however many times you want to repeat it to yourself. But it is necessary to read it and repeat it. Then you need to do that throughout the day. You need to read it and repeat it throughout the day. Again, this is fighting against the subconscious. You have to continuously prime it so that it gets programmed that that's what you actually want. And you have to be consistent with this process. So the last thing is before you go to bed, do the exact same thing. Write it down again, look at it, read it, say it to yourself, and then go to sleep. And now this is 3 different times, 90 days straight. That is the most consistent I want you to be at it, because that's what it's going to take to literally pummel your subconscious into submission. You have to do this consistently and repetitiously. Yes, it is going to be boring. Yes, it is going to be repetitious and mundane at times, but it is absolutely necessary. So again, I love you guys. I hope this brought you value. Always remember that mindset matters more than anything else. Okay, what your mind is set on will dictate your future. Okay, focus on the good. Why? Because then good will attract itself to you. Take a look at the Institute where I help you with these things, get you into deep meditation and asking fact-finding questions so you can minimize stress and focus on the good. www.mindsetmattersmore.net, and go ahead and jump in. Again, love you guys. Anytime,